Guess what? What, you say? Do you know that 6 million animals are slaughtered every 20 minutes? That's an animal holocaust going on all day, every day. And why? For human consumption. So here I am speaking up for the silent animals, because trust me, if they could speak up and speak up for their lives, they would, and this wouldn't be happening. So why is it considered acceptable to eat animals and animal products and their byproducts and secretions? It's as simple as this. It's just basic conditioning, human conditioning, and long-term conditioning at that. If a person has been brought up since birth eating animals, then they consider it acceptable. Also, another big one is that there is a disconnect from the animals that causes people to see animals as food and not as beings and not with feelings. Why? Because of the pretty packaging. When you see something like a burger, which is not even called a cow, so there's a disconnect right there, in a clean, pretty package, you don't see all the death and the murder and the suffering that goes on behind it. You know, when things are dolled up with buns and sauces and lettuce and tomatoes, and they have other names like, sushi, or poultry, or pork, or seafood, or eggs. Eggs are embryos. Eggs are chicken menstruation. If you cover it up and doll it up with that, then you're definitely not going to feel quite disgusted. So when we see things through these eyes, through those filters, through those lenses, then you don't really see them, the animals, as sentient beings who have feelings, who have the choice to live. When animal products are put in packages and called other names, and you don't see the pain that goes on behind the scenes in the slaughterhouses and all the suffering and the cruel treatment, then, and if it's been going on long term since, say, birth, childhood, then it's gonna take some time to change the filter and change the way you see things. Can you see animals as your friends and your family and not as food? Animals have feelings. We have feelings. We happen to have voices, and animals happen to be silent. They don't get to really speak up for themselves. Animals have family. Animals have friends. Animals have feelings. Animals have the right to have their own bodies. Animals also have illnesses and diseases. Animals have good days. Animals have bad days. Animals have personalities. Animals have attitudes. Anything else? They also have life experiences. So when you kill an animal and you eat it, you eat all of those experiences. If you eat animal products and you have random bad days or bad feelings, think about that. You're carrying the weight of an animal. And if you eat a lot of animals and animal products, you're going to have a lot of personalities and a lot of feelings going on inside your body. When you eat all those animals, you pretty much carry a graveyard of their life experiences inside of you. Think about that. Because the animals you eat are the animals you wear. And the animal fat you eat is the animal fat you wear. And the animal attitudes that you eat that are caused with cruelty and slaughterhouse pain, is the heaviness that is bared in the body. For we are what we eat, and that's a heavy soul to bear. Animal products in those clean packages, somebody else went through all the blood and the guts and the bones and the dirty work and the killing. You didn't have to go through it. You paid for the pretty package. You paid for somebody else to do the dirty work for you. Animal products and byproducts are the leading causes of death, diseases, and pollution on the planet. Dairy is the #1 cause of acne. Eggs are just loaded cholesterol balls. You wanna know why? Because those eggs are baby chickens that wanna pop and burst and be grown-up chickens. It is still cruel to kill an animal, free range, because they hadn't a chance to choose to live its own life. Did you ask it if it wanted to be your food? Did it get a chance to choose its own life like you do? Also, there's a prejudice going on. Why are cows and pigs and chickens and turkeys acceptable to eat? Why are the fish acceptable to eat? Why are the cats and the dogs protected and domesticated? Why are one kind of animal acceptable for food and the other one isn't? I think a lot of people feel threatened or disturbed or upset. One, because they bear the weight of all that animal anger and pain and suffering. And two, it's that feeling of, well, what would you do without the meat? What would you do without animal products? And the education of the plant kingdom and plant nutrition. There's a bit of a discomfort there to know what would I do or what would one do without those animal products. And the bridge of, they say, going without. You know, and then like the whole nutritional needs and the protein needs. Well, you have to educate yourself. If you've been learning about food solely from the animal world, you know, you're going to have to educate yourself on plant foods, because those things are not in the mainstream. The animal foods are. Plant foods are up and coming more and more and more, and there's wonderful, wonderful communities that are bursting with them and highly prolific and educated on them. It's say mainstream, you know, like NBC, ABC, CBS, and Fox and all those things. Do you think they're talking about spirulina? Do you think they're talking about kale? You know, and sometimes when they do on their special shows, they laugh. Oh, it's so different. Oh, I never heard of such a thing. Oh my god. Leaves. Fruit. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? And humans are the only species who are ingesting animal secretions, like milk. Oh yeah, it's milk. In a package. The name. Do you know that it's pus, blood, and mucus in its quality, in its actuality? Because it's supposed to make a baby calf grow. It's not made for humans. Why do you think people who eat animal products and milk and eggs, especially lots of it, are fat and overweight, morbidly obese? Because those things are made for animals, not us. How would you like it if somebody were going after your nipples all the time for milk, or going after your body for some lean cuts, or going after your eggs for some breakfast? Think about that. We and animals feel. We're similar. We're different. But there's some parallels. You can empathize. It's a different perspective.